Hello, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518. Welcoming you here to Comiskey Park. This is Payoff Pitch 1985. I'm trying this again as YouTube was down about an hour ago, but now it looks like they seem to be up. This is the 1985 season. Today's date is April 24th, and today we have the Milwaukee Brewers at 5-7, taking on the Chicago White Sox, who are 8-4. This is old Comiskey Park. Not the actual, not the new Comiskey Park. They actually played in my 1994 restart. And so I welcome everybody here to Payoff Pitch. And the first thing I'm going to do is, before we actually get started, this is the first time we are presenting the Chicago White Sox. So will the starting lineup of the Chicago White Sox please take the field? As commissioner of this Payoff Pitch Network, it is my proud honor to give you World Series championship rings for the 1994 season restart, as the Chicago White Sox are World Series champions. And of course, everybody there except for Ozzie Guillen. He is the only one in that lineup who actually knows what's going on. Although this is 9 years earlier, 85 to 94. So Ozzie Guillen is the only one that knows what's going on. Everybody else really doesn't. So, or then again, Harold Baines might know, though. Harold Baines may know. But we give out the championship rings to the 1985 Chicago White Sox for winning the 1994 season restart. And everybody has a look on their face like, what? So we once again congratulate the White Sox for winning my 1994 season restart. They have now received their championship rings. This is the first time I've played the White Sox here in 85. Now we'll see if this team can maybe go ahead and do it. And they're off to a good start. They're off to an 8-4 record. So they're off to a fine start, and we shall see what will be as they are alive in 1985. Starting pitchers for today's game is Pete Vuckovich for the Brewers and Britt Burns for the White Sox. We are all set to get started. Let's go. Top of the first inning, starting pitcher, as I said, for the Chicago White Sox is left-hander Britt Burns. He was 18-11 with a 3.96 ERA in 85. Ready to get things underway, leading off for the Milwaukee Brewers, third baseman Paul Molitor. He is at third for this game, and maybe he is is he the best designated hitter in baseball history? I don't know. He really pretty much invented the DH. Although the designated hitter was around since 1973, but since 73, but Paul Molitor pretty much made it to what it was. Kevin Hayes is first here at Comiskey Park. Let's play some baseball. Britt Burns, tough, 39, and that will be a pop out to second for out number one. Play is made by Tim Hewlett. Next batter is left fielder Robin Yount. He batted .300 with 4 homers against lefts in 85. The best DH was Edgar Martinez, he said. Well, Kevin, I don't know. I kind of think Paul Molitor and Edgar Martinez may have made it to what it was now. I think Paul Molitor may have been he pretty much invented it. But I'm not going to argue with you. I have no problem with Edgar Martinez. Britt Burns, patient 45. That's going to be a single for Yount. He will trot down to first. And the next batter will be the Milwaukee designated hitter in this game, and that is Ted Simmons. Nothing on the strat dice for Yount. There is one out. Burns will pitch. Tough, 32. And that's a pop out to second base. 2 men down as he pops it up. A lot of pop-ups. 2 men down. Here is the first baseman, Bill Schroeder. He will go ahead and How are you scoring my games? Everything is done by book. Nothing electronic is used at all in any of my games except maybe for the doing the scheduling down, but that's it. Everything is cards, dice, and pen and paper. I do post a standings once after the end of the block. Tony at Cards and Dice, CP Cards and Dice TV says, Tom, terrific. But no, it is Britt Burns pitching for the White Sox in this game. It's a pop-up game now. Before we couldn't find one. Now they're all over the place. I know, right? 2 outs. Schroeder the batter. Burns with the pitch. That is a tough 71, and that will be a ground out to second, and that will end the inning. So nothing for the Brewers. They do strand one. Bottom of the first for the Brewers. Starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers in this game is Pete Vuckovich. He was 6-10 with a 5.51 ERA. Leading off for the Chicago White Sox, who received their World Series rings, will be left fielder Rudy Law. So the 85 White Sox received their World Series championship rings from 1994. Ozzie Guillen is probably the only one who remembers that. Bottom of the first. Let's see what we got here. Wheelhouse 32. That's going to be a base hit for Law. It's a single into left. He will trot on down to first. Luis Salazar is the batter. Law has a very good chance to steal, and I think will do it. Law has a steal rating of a 6 on his first up instead of with a 5+. Moore's arm is a 2, so he's actually got a very good arm. Let's see if he wants to steal. So he is a B, and that will be a B2. So that is a normal chance for Rudy Law, and we're going to try to see if we can send him. So using the optional jump chart, Rudy Law's steal rating is a 6 on the first time up because of the plus in front of the 5. So it's a 6, and Vuckovich's hold is a 9. That's not good. So a 0 to 84, Rudy Law will attempt it. 16, there he goes. Normal chance. Throw down to second. He is out by a mile. Charlie Moore throws out Rudy Law. That's out all the way down on that card. Law taken out at second base by Charlie Moore. Great throw by Moore, and there is 1 out. And Salazar will bat now with nobody on base. Vuckovich. That is a patient 63. And that's a fly ball to right. Making the catch is Brewhard, and there are 2 outs. Here is the right fielder, Harold Baines. He bats .293 against righties in 85. Vuckovich pitching to Baines. Patient 66. Ground ball to third. Molitor will take care of that one, and that will end the inning. Nothing for the White Sox. They do get a hit at the end of one. We've got no score. And my voice is still not here. Top of the second coming up. Britt Burns will pitch for the White Sox. The Brewers originally won this game 3-2, as you can see in the chat. Batting for Milwaukee will be the right fielder, Mark Brewhard. Batted .253 against lefts. Tough 44. That's a strikeout. He will go down, 1 down. Brewhard is out of there. And that will bring up the catcher, Charlie Moore, who threw out Rudy Law at second. Al Red Sox fan, King of the Hill, joins me for another exciting game here at Comiskey Park. Old Comiskey Park, actually, in 1985. Al Red Sox fan, check out his absolutely spectacular, awesome channel. You want it, he will play it. Burns, tough, 28. And that's going to be a single for Moore. He gets a base hit. He will go to first and bring up the second baseman, Jim Gantner. Kind of an underrated player, I thought, for the Brewers. 2A on the strat, nothing on the strat dice. Gantner will bat normally. For Britt Burns, tough 64. That's a fly ball to left. Law will make that play for out number 2. Moore stays at second. At first, I should say. And now the shortstop, Ed Romero. Gantner was a good player. Yes, he was. I feel that. I agree with you 100%. He was a good player. An underrated player for the Brewers. One of the better players they had during that time. I totally agree. Burns with the pitch. Tough, 57. And that's a fly ball to right. And that will end the inning as that catch is made by Baines. Nothing for the Brewers. They do get a hit. No score going into the bottom of the second. Leading off for the White Sox will be first baseman Greg Walker, batted .270 against rights in 85. Vuckovich will pitch. Tough 08, that will be a strikeout. Vuckovich gets his first strikeout of the game. He averaged 4.4 per 9. Here is Pudge, or the original Pudge, Carlton Fisk. He is the catcher. And he played a tough game against the Mets in 1977 in my inside pitch game earlier today. So if you want to catch out Carlton Fisk on the Boston Red Sox, check my game out earlier for inside pitch, the 77 one and gone tournament. But tonight, he is on the White Sox in 85. Amazing how time flies. Vuckovich, patient 65. And that's a ground out to second. 2 men down. Next batter for the White Sox is their designated hitter, and that will be Oscar Gamble. He's the DH in this game today for the Chi Sox. Vuckovich, in play 87. That will be a ground out to second, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Vuckovich. No score at the end of 2. Top of the third coming up. Was a very good game, the 77. Yes, that was a heck of a game. And I double-checked myself to make sure I played it correctly, and I believe I did. I don't think I missed anything on any play I did. And I did everything I possibly could for the one team. No spoilers. If anybody wants to check that game out, it was amazing. Had a great ending. Well, for one team it was a great ending. For the other team it wasn't, but no spoilers. Top of the third inning, Rick Manning leads off for Milwaukee. He is at center field for today's game. He batted .235 against lefties in 85. Pitch is defense 26. Error check to first base. The ball is hit to Walker. His error rating is a 4. 1 to 37, 26 on the dice. That is going to be a booted ball. That will be a 2-base error. Rick Manning will find himself on second base as he not only booted the ball, he tried to make the play and he threw it away. As he tried to get it off to Burns and he threw it past Burns. So that is a 2-base error. E3, first error on the White Sox. Manning on its second. And now here is Paul Molitor. Yeah, I get a lot of upsets in my one and gone. Nobody out. Burns will pitch. Tough. 0-3. That's a strikeout. He gets Molitor for out number 1. Next batter is Robin Yount. The Milwaukee. Maybe he's Mr. Brewer. I guess he would be Mr. Brewer. Robin Yount would have to be. I mean, there are so many faces for each team, for each franchise. Each franchise has their own face. You know, the Brewers are a little bit interesting, but I think Robin Yount would have to be the face of that franchise. Probably would. I don't want to say about today. Ryan Braun, or right now the face of the franchise, the Brewers now is Christian Yelich, and Paul Molitor, of course, but Molitor also played for other teams. I think Robin Yount's the face of the Brewers franchise. I just think so. Burns will pitch. Ballpark 45, Comiskey Park. That will be a wheelhouse for Robin Yount. And it's a wheelhouse 71, and that will be a single for Yount. It's a line drive into left field, but the runner on second will only make it to third as he holds. Runner on second advances one base. And the Brewers are in business with runners at first and third and an out. And here is Ted Simmons. Simmons is DHing for the Brewers in this game. Runners at first and third. Simmons. The White Sox are going to keep the infield back and try for a double play. Manning on at third. Burns will pitch. Tough 29, and against the lefty, that will be a pop out to second base. 2 down. Lots of pop outs. He has it here with the pop-outs. I just wonder, the pop-outs are just a lot of pop-outs in 1985 so far. 2 down. Here's Bill Schroeder. First and third. Can Burns get out of the inning with a pitch to Schroeder? And that is a tough 97, and he will fly out to left field. The Brewers get 2 base runners, but can't do anything on it. No runs, 1 hit, and an error. We go to the bottom of the third, still no score. This season is definitely playing like 1985. Much different outcomes in 85 that I did get in 1994. Bottom of the third. Leading off for the Chicago White Sox is center fielder Darryl Boston, future Met. Future New York Met. Among other teams he played for. Another underrated player. I didn't think he was that bad. He's a youngster here. He's only 22 years old here in 85. Let's see. Tough 10. Strikeout. 1 down. Down goes Boston. Here is the second baseman, Tim Hewlett. He gets the call here. And now Red Sox fan did a game of his 1969 one and done today. I believe it was the Washington Senators and the Detroit Tigers. Please check that out if you've not done so yet. Pitch from Vuckovich. In play 60. That's a line drive hit right to short for out number 2. And here is 21-year-old shortstop Ozzie Guillen, who was on that 94 White Sox team that won my restart. So I gave him a ring also when he doesn't know what's going on. I said, you'll wait until 9 years. You'll see why I got the ring. I said, okay, I believe you. Let's see, Guillen, patient 69. And that's a ground out to short. That's easily picked up by Romero. He will throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the White Sox. We still have no score at the end of 3. Bears Den 007 joins me here at Comiskey Park. I got a great crowd here. I got Al Red Sox fan. I got CP Cards and Dice. I got Kevin Hayes. I got Bears Den 007. I know Steeler fan tried to watch earlier, but YouTube was not able to stream for some reason. Top of the 4th inning, Mark Bruhard will bat for the Brewers. He struck out his last time up. Patient 57. Ground out to third. Easy play there by Salazar. He'll throw to first, out number 1. Next up is Charlie Moore. Larry Harris now joins me here at Comiskey Park. Patient 47. That's a walk. Moore will trot down to first. Second time Moore has been on base. And that brings up Jim Gantner. A 2 hit nothing on the strat dice. Gantner will bat. Burns, tough, 76. Fly ball center field. And that will be Darryl Boston making that catch for the second out. And here is Ed Romero. Moore still on at first. Not a long drive to Comiskey. Burns, tough 19. Oh, he just misses it. That's going to be a pop out to second, and the inning is over. Just misses it. Nothing there for the Brewers. They do get a walk. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score. The Brewers come into this game at 5-7. The White Sox 8-4 so far in the 85 in the early couple of weeks of the 85 season. Bottom of the fourth. And here is Rudy Law for the White Sox. He got on base and then was thrown out. Vuckovich. Patient 90. That's a ground out to second base. Out number 1. Nice play there by Gantner. Here's Luis Salazar. He flew out. He's 0 for 1. Vuckovich. In play 69. And that's another ground out to second. Gantner will make that play as well for out number 2. And now here is Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. Meh. 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 Hall of Very Good, yes. Hall of Fame, nah. Sorry, got problems with that. Hall of Fame, Harold Baines. I know you had a long career and all that stuff, but no. I just don't think you have Hall of Fame numbers. I can name at least 3 more players that have better Hall of Fame numbers than you do, Harold Baines, and they're not in. Vuckovich, tough, 74. That's a ground out to short, and that is a 1-2-3 inning as Romero will throw to first and get the out. At the end of 4, we still have no score between the Brew Crew and the Pale Hose. Top of the 5th inning. Britt Pete Vuckovich's fatigue inning is the 5th, and Burns is the 6th. So we'll see how long they can go. Here is Rick Manning from Milwaukee. Burns will pitch. Patient 88. Ground out to second base. Easy play there by Tim Hewlett. 1 out. And that will bring up Paul Molitor. Molitor is 0 for 2. He batted .324 against lefties in 85. Burns, tough 18. Struck him out. Molitor strikes out for the second time today. For Burns, that is strikeout number 3 for Britt Burns. He averaged 6.8 per 9. Here is Robin Yount as Bob B joins me now here at Comiskey Park. Cardinals fan, absolutely. Burns pitch. Tough 22. He strikes out Robin Yount. And that ends the inning. Nothing there for the Brewers as well. We are halfway through this game, and we got no score. Flip the deck. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bob B, of course, is a Cardinals fan, as you can tell by his logo, by his avatar. And of course, there are many teams with great fan bases. The Yankees, awesome fan base. The Red Sox, awesome fan base. The Cubs, awesome fan base. The Cardinals, definitely awesome fan base. No doubt about the Cardinals. Their fans will never, ever deny their team. I have nothing against the Cardinals. As a Mets fan, of course, we have a pretty decent fan base, but not as big as the four I just mentioned. And the Dodgers still have a very good fan base as well. Let's see, bottom of the fifth, it will be Greg Walker leading off for the Pale Hose. As Vuckovich and Burns have pitched a scoreless game so far. Not bad for a pitcher that have 5.51 ERA. In play 17, but that is going to be a single for Walker. Leads off with a base hit. That will bring up Pudge, the original Pudge. Walker on at first, nothing on Strat. Vuckovich will pitch. In play 67. Ground ball to second base. Do they turn 2? Fisk, double play rating 6. Vuckovich a 7. That is a 6, and they will turn 2. Second base to shortstop. Back to first, double play. 2 outs. As Fisk grounds out into the 4-6-3. 2 men down now for Oscar Gamble. As Cubs suck. As, yep. And you and ID Jester would get along just great because, of course, ID Jester is a huge Cardinals fan. Vuckovich. Defense check, 67. Error check to third base. That is Molitor. Molitor's error rating is a 2. It's a 1 to 50. But that's a 67. Molitor's got it. Throws to first. Out. Side retired. Nice play by Paul Molitor. Nothing for the White Sox. Still no score here at the end of 5. Sometimes you get games like this. Top of the 6th. Britt Burns in his fatigue inning, but he's still scoreless, so he will continue to pitch. Ted Simmons comes out for Milwaukee. And that is a ballpark for Burns. Ballpark 36. Simmons is hitting from the right side. That will be a wheelhouse for Simmons. Simmons against the lefty, 48. Crack. And that one is hit high. That one is hit deep. Say it with me. Going. Yes, people. Gone. Home run. Ted Simmons. Rolls a 48 against the lefty. And the Brewers take a 1-0 lead as Simmons blasts one out at Comiskey Park. Stadium groans. Ugh. Solo shot by Simmons. 1-0 Brewers. As Britt Burns pitched Simmons a meatball, and he turned it into lasagna. Here is Bill Schroeder. As Bob B says, one of his favorite all-time Cardinals. I still am on the fence about Ted Simmons being in the Hall. Hall the very good, absolutely. No doubt. Hall the very good, yes. Hall of Fame, still on the fence. But unlike Harold Baines, who I don't think belongs in there, Simmons I'm not going to really argue it. I'm on the fence, but I won't argue that. Burns. Tough. 06. That is a strikeout. 1 out. That is Burns' what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Burns' 5th strikeout of the game. Here is Mark Bruhard. He is 0 for 2. Burns, patient 76. That's a fly out to center. Coming under that will be Darryl Boston. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now Charlie Moore. As Bears Den, Bears Den, now and Bob B going at it. Bob B and Bears Den. There you go. Oh, boy. Cards suck more. Look at that. Chat's getting nasty. Burns against Moore. That is a tough 05, and that is a strikeout. And Burns gets him out. And the inning is over, but the Brewers do get a big solo jack by Simmons and take a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the sixth in a rapidly moving ball game here at Comiskey Park. Vuckovich back on the mound, and Darryl Boston leads off for the White Sox. In play 22, that will be a single for Darryl Boston. He gets the lead off on. He will hold there. That was a nice single into left field. Boston holds at first. Steal rating is a 5, 10 on the dice, nothing going on. Next batter is Tim Hewlett, and it will be a normal at bat. Be nice to each other, chat. Be nice to each other. Vuckovich, in play 27. That's going to be a single for Tim Hewlett. It is a soft blooper into short right field. Runner on first advances one base. Boston goes to second. He will hold there. And now the White Sox are in business. With nobody out, runners at first and second for Ozzie Guillen. Enjoy our bowling museum. Nothing on the strat dice as Vuckovich will pitch to Guillen. In play, Vuckovich, 77. That's a fly ball to center field. Manning will make the catch for out number 1. Boston will hold. On it. Well, that was that an in play? What is that? That's an in play ball to center field. The rules I'm making for in play also move to see if Boston can get to third. His run rating is a 7. That's a 2 on the dice. Center fielder's arm. Manning is an 8. I'll work on it for second base to third, but right now I'm just going to keep my in-play rules for sacrifice fly opportunities. 1 out. Here is Rudy Law. As I'm working on in-play rules for sacrifice flies, but for second to third, I have to think about it. 1 out. Vuckovich. Tough. 22. That's going to be a triple by Rudy Law. Smacks a 22 here. That is a triple. Boston will come in to score. Hewlett will score. Law goes to third. And the White Sox take a 2-1 lead. Rudy Law smacks a tough triple. That's his second hit of the game. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2-1 White Sox now. Law is on third. Here is Luis Salazar. Milwaukee bullpen getting ready, but Vuckovich is not yet fatigued. With 1 out, Salazar the batter. The infield will be in. Vuckovich, patient 51. And that is a ground ball. That is a ground ball to first. That is an 8 on the dice. That is an 8 on the dice, and the runner on third is going to be out at home. Batter's safe. Rudy Law coming home, but the nice play there by Bill Schroeder throws home and gets Law. He is out. Salazar on first, but now there are 2 outs. As they nail Law at the plate, as the infield in works, and that is a fielder's choice. And here is the sort of Hall of Famer, Harold Baines. Two outs. Vuckovich. In play 30. Base hit by Harold Baines. That is a single. Salazar's run rating of 8 automatically gets him to third with 2 outs. And this inning will continue. And now Greg Walker. Oh, you Cubs Cardinals fans, come on, play nice. Runners at first and third. Greg Walker, the batter. 2-1 White Sox. Can Vuckovich get out of the inning? Patient 42. No, he cannot. Greg Walker just smacked the base hit. That is a single. Salazar will come in to score. Harold Baines, a run rating of 6. He will make third. Walker on at first. Walker second into the game, and the White Sox now lead it 3-1 as Vuckovich looks like he ran out of gas. Next batter is Carlton Fisk, and that will be it for Vuckovich as the Brewers are going to go to the pen. And they will bring in Bob Gibson to pitch. No, not the Bob Gibson, but Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson, right-hander, 6-7, 3.90 ERA at 11 saves, but he's going to pitch to Carlton Fisk here to try to close out the bottom of the sixth. But it's 3-1 White Sox as Bob Gibson will pitch. And yes, that is not the Bob Gibson. 2 outs. Pitch. Patient 57, and he hit him, and he smacks Fisk in the arm. Ugh. He gets smacked, plunked, and the bases are now loaded. Bases loaded for the White Sox, and now it is up to Oscar Gamble. Two outs. Bases loaded. Gibson will pitch to Gamble. Ballpark 53. He is a lefty. That's going to be in Gamble's wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 43 is a base hit for Oscar Gamble. That is a single. Baines will score. Walker from second will score. Fisk will get to third. Gamble on first, and the White Sox have opened it up here in the bottom of the sixth. Stadium cheers. Yay! And the White Sox now lead it 5-1 as Milwaukee pitching has completely broke down here in the bottom of the sixth. Here is Darryl Boston as the White Sox have batted around. Still 2 outs. Gibson will pitch. Patient 76. That's a fly ball to center. And that will be Manning to make the play. And the inning finally comes to a close. 5 runs for the White Sox on 6 hits. At the end of 6, the White Sox now lead the game 5-1. Top of the 7th coming up. Britt Burns is going to stay out there for a little while longer. Now he has a 4-run lead to work with. Here is Jim Gantner from Milwaukee. Can't we all just get along? Burns, pitch, tough, 43. That's a pop out to third. 1 out. That play will be made by Salazar. He makes the play. And now here is Ed Romero. Burns. That's a tough 51. And we've got a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up by Salazar. He will throw to first for out number 2. And now Rick Manning. Burt Burns, ballpark 64. That will be an in play. In play 97, fly ball to right field. Harold Baines will go ahead and make that catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Brewers. So nothing going on there. It is still 5-1 as we are now at the 7th inning stretch. Be right back, everyone, with the 10-minute ticker. We now take a little timeout from the game as we now go to the 10-minute ticker to see how the rest of the league has done today. This is the beginning of the second block of the schedule. And for those of you that don't really know the standings or haven't checked it, there's the American League standings right now as of yesterday. The Blue Jays lead the American League East, and the Minnesota Twins have a small lead over the White Sox and California in the American League. In the National League, Montreal, playing as well as they did in 1994. They got a 3-game lead on my Mets, Phillies, and the Cardinals. Houston, 11-3. They lead the National League West. Remember, in my league, the top 3 teams make the playoffs in each division. So there will be 12 baseball teams, just like I were in my 1994 restart. Let's get to some 10-minute ticker action. Let's see how the rest of the league does. Oakland at California. This is April 24. That is an 8. That's a win for the Angels. They win that game 6-0. Milwaukee and Chicago White Sox are playing now. Detroit at Cleveland. That is a 5. Detroit wins the game 9-0. Seattle at Minnesota. 7. Win for the Twins 6-0. Boston Red Sox at New York Yankees. That is an 8. That's a win for the Yankees 9-2. They beat the Red Sox. Baltimore at Texas. That is a 5. That's a win for the O's. They win the game 4-2 over the Rangers. Kansas City at Toronto. That is a win for the Blue Jays, 3-2. Cincinnati at Houston. Steeler fan I know would be worried about this one, but the Astros win again. They win a 9. That is an 8-1 win for the Astros as they continue to win. Philadelphia at Montreal. That is a 4. That's a win for the Phils. They win that game 2-1. Chicago Cubs at Pittsburgh. That is a 10, and that is a win for the Pirates. They win that game 6-4. Pirates get a rare win. Atlanta at San Diego. That is good. A 5. That is a win for the Padres. They win that game 1-0. Los Angeles at San Francisco. That's a 3. That's a win for the Dodgers 5-4. And finally, my New York Mets against the St. Louis Cardinals. It's an 8. It's a win for the Cardinals. They win that game 3-0. as my Mets lose the series to St. Louis in that matchup. Now we go on to April 25 for tomorrow's scores. Cleveland at Baltimore. That's a win for the Orioles. They win that game 5-1. Detroit at Milwaukee. Actually, no. I will not roll for that because the Brewers are playing now. So we'll roll that game after this one. Oakland, Minnesota. That's a 7. That's a win for the Twins, 9-1. Boston at the New York Yankees. Remember, these are the as-played schedules. This is the as-played, not the scheduled. So rainouts and all that stuff, every game is on this schedule. But near the end of the season, I will double-check and make sure I have the amount of games correct. I will be sure of that. Boston at the Yankees. That is a win for the Yankees, 3-0. They beat the Red Sox again. California at Seattle. That's a 5. They will win. The Angels will win that game 9-0. Atlanta at Houston. That's a 10. That's a win for the Braves. They get a rare win. They shut the Astros out 8-0. San Diego at Los Angeles. That's a 9. That's a win for the Dodgers. They win the game 6-2. St. Louis at Montreal. That is a 9. The Expos win that game 8-3. Montreal continue to surprise so far early in the season. Finally, Cincinnati at San Francisco. And that is a win for the Giants. They beat the Reds 5-0. We'll do the Detroit-Milwaukee game at the conclusion of this one. And tomorrow, by the way, Bob B., your Cardinals are up. They will take on the Montreal Expos tomorrow. St. Louis against Montreal. That is tomorrow's game here on Payoff Pitch 85. So join me for that exciting game tomorrow night. The Cardinals and the Expos. And if you want to know who is pitching, I can tell you that real quick. That pitching is... The pitching matchup for tomorrow for the Cardinals is Bob, may the force be with you, against David Palmer. It is Bob Force versus David Palmer, and Bob B says my Mets suck, the Red Sox suck, and I use loaded dice to roll for the Expos. There's always one in every chat, right, guys? It'll be May the Force be with you versus David Palmer. We return to our game here at Comiskey Park, where the White Sox have a 5-1 lead on the Brewers. Bob Gibson coming back out. And he will pitch to Tim Hewlett, leading off for the Chi Sox. Tough 30. And that is going to be a strikeout. 1 down. Strikeout by Gibson. You want to speak with Commissioner Manfred? Well, I hate to say this, but Commissioner Manfred is not available right now. But I will get you the manager. Hello, this is the manager. Gibson will pitch to Guillen. Guillen is 0 for 2. Tough 12. Got him looking. Struck him out. Actually, that's a swing and a miss. Strikes out Guillen. 2 down. And now here is Rudy Law. Law is having a great day today. He is 2 for 3, a single and a triple. Gibson will pitch. And patient 74. That's a ground out to short. Easily picked up by Romero, and he will make the play. And a 1-2-3 inning for the White Sox, but they still lead it 5-1 at the end of 7. Top of the 8th inning. Britt Burns has only given up 1 run. He has 8 complete games, so I'm going to keep him out there and see how far he can go here. 5-1, and Paul Molitor leads off for the Brewers. SDG Replays joins me here at Comiskey Park. What do you mean I lose the dice rolls the Cardinals? Your Cardinals beat my Mets in that role, in an earlier role. Yeah, God. Always one guy in the chat. Always one guy. Burns will pitch to Molitor. Tough, 90, ground out to short. That'll be taken care of by Guillen, who throws to first for out number 1. And now Robin Yount. Burns with the pitch. Tough, 73. And that's a ground out to second base. And Tim Hewlett will make that play for out number 2. And here is Ted Simmons. You switched them when they played the Expos. Saw it. Burns will pitch. Tough, 79. And that's a fly ball to center field. And coming under that one will be Darrell Boston. And he makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Brewers as Britt Burns is pitching a gem. And he's looking pretty good. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up, still 5-1 White Sox. I have an inside pitch game tomorrow. It will be, continuing my 1977 one and gone, the Oakland Athletics take on the Texas Rangers on inside pitch one and gone 77. That is game number 17. Oakland at Texas, a good American League matchup. So don't miss that one. It will be Doc Ellis going for the Rangers and Rick Langford going for the A's. In my 1977 one and gone, I'll do that in the morning or early afternoon. Let's see. Bottom of the 8th inning, Luis Salazar will come up to bat. Gibson is a long reliever, so he can actually pitch this inning. Salazar, the batter. Rangers were good in 77. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Rangers are good. They had a record. Rangers had a record of 94-68. They weren't that far behind in the American League West. In play, 09, Salazar is going to have a base hit. He will go to first. That's Salazar's first hit of the game. The batter now is Harold Baines, and I think we may see a new pitcher as Gibson's going to come out, and the Brewers are going to go to the pen. And they're going to bring in a lefty, Bob McClure. He will pitch to Baines. Four and 1 with a 4.31 ERA for Milwaukee that year in 85. Salazar on at first, a 5 on the dice, a good chance to steal, but you're up by 4 runs. You're not stealing. And not with 2 outs. Or 1 out, I should say. Nobody out. Baines the batter. McClure will pitch. Patient 48. That's a single for Harold Baines. It's a base hit. It's a sharp liner that drops in front of the left fielder. Runner on first will only advance 1 base, so Salazar holds at second. Baines is at first, and Baines has his second hit of the game. And now a chance for Greg Walker. Walker is 2 for 3 today. McClure checking and dealing. Pitch from McClure. Ballpark 11. That's going to be in Greg Walker's wheelhouse. And a wheelhouse 54 is going to be a double for Greg Walker. Against the left-hander, that is a clean double. Salazar will come in to score. I will put the dice. It's a line shot that splits the gap in center field. All runners score, so Baines will come in as well. Walker on at second. Two runs come in. And the White Sox now have a 7-1 lead. As Bob McClure comes in there and gives up a couple of Couple of quick hits. The batter is Carlton Fisk. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. The Southside Hitmen, no pitching that hurt him. McClure will pitch to Fisk. That is another ballpark 70. That's an in play, though. In play 98. That's a fly ball to left. That'll get picked up by Yount. That's the first out. Walker stays at second. And here is Oscar Gamble. McClure will stay on the mound. In play 84. That's a ground ball to second base. And that will get picked up by Gantner. He'll throw to first to get the out. Walker does go to third. 2 outs. Daryl Boston will come up to bat now. Boston is 1 for 3. 2 men out. McClure trying to end it, or at least the inning. That's a patient 93, and he will do just that. That's a fly ball to right field, and that will get picked up by Mark Bruhard, and he will make the catch. And the inning is over. 2 runs for the White Sox on 3 hits. It's 7-1, Pale Hose. Looking at that yesterday, I was thinking of going in a payoff pitch tournament. Their pitching was really lousy. Yeah, they were. The White Sox in my 1977 one and gone, they were eliminated in the first round. It was Oakland that actually beat them. Oakland beat the White Sox in game number 2 of that tournament. They beat Chicago. That's why Oakland gets to play Texas tomorrow morning. Britt Burns will try to get the complete game here in the top of the 9th. It'll be Bill Schroeder leading off from Milwaukee to see if they can mount some sort of 9th inning comeback. But a 7-1 lead for the White Sox. Burns will pitch. Defense check 91. That should be okay. Range check to short. The ball is hit to Guillen. His range is a B. A 1 to 30 would be a hit. That's a 91. He's got it. Throws to first. Out number 1. Nice play by Guillen. And now Mark Bruhard will bat. Burns trying to get the complete game. Tough. 98. Fly ball to left field. And Rudy Law is under that. And that is out number 2. Last chance for the Brew Crew, Charlie Moore. Milwaukee originally won this game 3-2. There were 17 hits total. I'm pretty sure we're close to that mark, actually, in this one. Burns will pitch to Moore. 2 outs. Burns will pitch. Moore trying to keep the game alive. That is a patient 0-2, and he does. It's a walk. Moore will trot down to first, a 2-out walk. Third time Moore's been on base today. 2 walks and a single. And now a chance for Jim Gantner. Ken Kravik, yep, at the lowest ERA for the pitchers on the White Sox. Runner on first, Gantner the batter now. Burns the pitch. Patient 48. That's a single for Jim Gantner. Base hit. With a run rating of 6, Moore will make third. Gantner on in first. The inning is not over yet. Gantner gets his first hit of the game. The batter now is Ed Romero, and we'll see a pinch hitter for him, as Romero bats 192 against lefties. And Romero is the shortstop, so he will come out. Brian Giles will take over at shortstop for him if the game goes any further, but he will not be batting. Coming up to bat for the Brewers will be Doug Lohman. And the reason he batted .500 against lefties, although he only had 2 at-bats. Now, if this was not the 9th inning, I'd be going by most at-bats. In this case, it is the 9th inning, and I use the best strat, and that's .500. Doug Lohman will come up against Britt Burns. Hey, how do we know that he didn't actually bat here? Runners at first and third. Burns is the batter, and we're going to see a pit, and Burns is going to try to keep him in there to get the complete game. Doug Lohman will bat against Burns. Runners at first and third, top of the 9th, 7-1. Can Burns get the complete game? That is a patient 90, and it's going to be a single by Doug Lohman. He does get the base hit. Moore comes in to score. Jim Gantner, run rating of 6. He will make third. Lohman to first. It's now 7-2. Base hit by Lohman. The batter now is Rick Manning against Burns. And we may see another pinch hitter coming in. Let's see. Manning's in center field. Let's see what I can do here. We will see a pinch hitter for Manning. Manning's going to come out. Rudy Law, I'm sorry, wait a minute, this is the Brewers. I'm sorry, 1 minute. Manning is in center field, and let's see what we're going to do here. It'll be Paul Householder coming into bat for the Brewers. He bats .304 against lefties, and he will take over in center field if this game goes any further. Burns is now the score is now 7-2, and Burns will continue to pitch. They're trying to see if he can get the complete game. Paul Householder now pitching. Here it comes. Ballpark 31. That's going to be in the wheelhouse. And a wheelhouse 73. Householder has a single. That is a base hit for Householder. Gantner comes in to score. Doug Lohman, run rating of 4. I have to draw a card. Runner on first does advance 2 bases as the grounder is up the middle. Lohman goes to second. Householder on first. It is now 7-3. And now that will be all for Britt Burns. Paul Molitor coming up. And Burns will be taken out as he cannot get that complete game. The White Sox will bring in Bob James to close it. With a 4-run lead, the tying run is on deck. So it is now a save situation, and Bob James will come in for the White Sox to try to get 1 out. Lohman on at third, Householder at first, Molitor at the plate. Bob James needs 1 out to close this game, now 7-3. Pitch. Patient, 16, and he walked him. He walks Molitor. And now the tying run is at the plate in Robin Yount. Bases loaded in the top of the 9th inning. Yount, the batter, he is 2 for 4. Bases loaded. Bob James for the White Sox trying to end it. Yount does have home run power. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's a tough 65. Fly ball right field. Harold Baines will get to that one. He makes the catch, and that is your game for tonight. 2 runs for the Brewers on 3 hits. But that will do it as the Chicago White Sox defeat the Brewers tonight 7-3. Give you guys a final line score here. For the White Sox, 7 runs on 10 hits and an error. For the Brewers, 3 runs, 7 hits and no errors. Britt Burns gets the win. Vuckovich the loss. And Bob James actually does get a save. Tomorrow night, we got the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Montreal Expos, so don't miss that, as we will see how that goes. You are very welcome. Now I will roll the 10-minute ticker for the final game that we did not roll for. I will do that real quick. I'll clear the board. We had 1 game we had to roll, so we know the White Sox win this game 7-3. And we had Detroit at Milwaukee. And that is a 5, and that is a win for the Tigers. They win that game 3-2. So the Brewers lose today and tomorrow. Tomorrow we got the St. Louis Cardinals against the Montreal Expos. And we hope you'll join us for that exciting game. Bob Forsch going up against David Palmer. Could be fun. And that should be a blast. Bears Den 007, Bob B, Al Red Sox fan. Let's see here. Kevin Hayes, Larry Harris, CP, Tony, CP Cards and Dice. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and we will see you tomorrow for some inside pitch and some payoff pitch. And yes, I'm going to try to get the back 9 of my History Maker Golf Tournament in tomorrow as well. The back 9 of my Junkin' New Invitational. So for those of you who like a little golf, we'll have that tomorrow as well. I will try to get that in as well. Have a good one, everyone. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. White Sox over the Brewers 7-3. See you guys tomorrow.